What's good, everybody? This is your boy BNB Black Man Bolden. I'm the host of the BNB Show. Thank you for being here. Um, I take what Elon Musk says very serious in regards to X being the new place for media. A lot of people get their news source from X. I know that I do. I wake up in the morning, I start going through my X feed, and he's exactly right. I know a lot of people who do the same thing. And what brings me here? Stock market corruption, man. Illegal, naked short selling of companies that I own, AMC, GME, HYMC, brings me over to X, formerly known as Twitter. That's the reason why I'm here in the first place. As I got to do more and more research, I started to see how politics really does affect investing in the stock market. In terms of what does and does not get done. It raises a lot of questions, right? So it brings me here, man. You got B&B. I am a new newsacre on my own show. I'm glad to do it, man. I'll admit I never had this much interest in politics before, but once again, corruption on Wall Street brings me here, and it makes me a lot of bit more interested in politics, and have a lot of interest in the administration that's coming in. A lot of interest in Elon Musk and what he says about X, and I agree. So I want to start this one off. We're going to talk about a few things, but what I'd like to start off with is Elon Musk, the owner of X, formerly known as Twitter. Will he buy MSNBC, and is it a good idea? So let's take a quick look here, man. The person who even started this whole thing was Don Jr. Donald Trump Jr. He started this whole thing about seeing MSNBC. Because of poor ratings, from what we understand, they are on the chopping block. They are actually going to be sold, from what we understand. Don Jr. said, "Hey, Elon, I got a great idea." A lot of people took it as a joke, but then now people are starting to melt down over it, man. They starting to crash out. You're starting to see people crash out and upset about this. But let me tell you something. There's a reason why X viewership and people coming on X and using this for a news source is because legacy media has lied to us so much. MSNBC, your viewership and your ratings have dropped significantly because of the lies that's been told. People do not want to hear lies anymore. We don't want to hear you guys consistently try to change a narrative or push a narrative, and it appears like it's nefarious. People are tired of it. You got people like myself out here reporting the news, man. But let's take a quick look, man. Let's take a quick look at some of the media that's crashing out over this, and we got some media that loves the idea of Elon Musk owning MSNBC. MSNBC, man. Wow, could you imagine? Can you imagine? Because Elon Musk he did he did post on X asking how much is it, which he did the same thing with Twitter. How much is it? That's how it all started, right? Just an idea. So let's take a look here, man. Let's take a look and see what Elon Musk is. What? Let's see what the media thinks about the potential of Elon Musk buying MSNBC.
So, Carrie, I want to ask you about this idea of media takeover, because after Elon Musk purchased Twitter, changed it into X. There's no doubt that he exercised some power there. So how do you hear this even in jest kind of purchase of a cable network?
Good to be with you tonight.
Good to be with you as
Thanks
well.
for having me. I think that we should believe everything that is said coming from this administration. I don't think that we have the luxury to dismiss it as him being someone who's being funny or someone who is just being himself or that is his brand. X, and you said in some ways, always. I feel like X, I don't know if anyone is on it in any capacity. I don't know if you're on it. And you're the only one? You're on it? You all are on it? Okay. I've actually decided to take a rest of peace because it is not a peaceful place for me. And I know if in fact you don't agree with this current administration, most people can say that it's not a peaceful place. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an actual bid made to take on MSNBC, but the fact that it just can't happen in real life.
And we just can't. It's not even
for
sale.
It's not officially for sale.
The last
it's not
time
even
he
realistic.
mused about maybe buying something.
It's not even realistic in real life. But I do believe that media, everyone sitting here at this table, if you don't agree, we are in for some tough. We're in for some tough years ahead. I do believe that we are not going to be able to be as safe or say what we want to. I don't think free speech is going to be as free.
Now, Scott, I want to bring you in here because this kind of link to Orban, we don't pull it from nowhere. There was a former member of the Hungarian parliament who was writing in Politico who kind of talked about this effort by that government and how specific it was in terms of purchasing media specifically for propaganda. Do you hear why they're making that connection?
I mean, is the concern that certain media outlets would become propaganda arms of political ideologies? I mean, don't we already have that in this country at a large scale? I mean, also, I heard what you're saying about X. I saw a survey this week. It's now the most ideologically balanced user platform.
Scott,
of any platform.
stop. It's too early. I just sat down. I've only been here for 2 minutes.
You're going to be embarrassed when I tweet out after the show, but
you
it's
cannot say that.
So,
That's not the case.
So
Who's the source?
What I find, we've reported it on this network.
It's not accurate, and you know it.
Okay, I'll let you make your statement.
Scott,
but my point is
can I reframe it a different way? Because the way
You see? Mainstream media, CNN, they're crashing out. They're crashing out. Oh, where'd you get your source? Where'd you get your source? They are the kings of misinformation. So you can go ahead, find the source, find the information yourself. I've looked up the information, and what the gentleman said is true. There's a lot of people that tune in to X for their news content. There's a lot of people that is tuning out of legacy media like CNN and MSNBC because of the misinformation. People are tired of the lies, and they're crashing out over it. It's like they're having a fit that people have made the decision not to deal with them anymore, and they're crashing out. They're having a fit like they're grown children. We're done. A lot of people are done with legacy media. MSNBC, CNN, ratings are down in the toilet, and so is viewership is down. Both are down.
the site changed radically, right? So whether you think the voices it is somehow more balanced now, that's fine. But no doubt Musk's influence is profound, and that you open it up and now you're there with his opinion, and he is now part of this administration. So does anyone else think that there should be this greater concern about billionaires purchasing media companies?
Okay. Would you be worried if Bill Gates controlled MSNBC?
No, because he's sane.
Because MS in MSNBC
it was MS.
comes from Microsoft. It was a partnership between Microsoft and NBC way back in the 1990s, back when Microsoft was under investigation by Bill Clinton's DOJ for monopoly. I don't remember anybody panicking over MSNBC back then.
No, they definitely did. But yeah, continue.
Okay. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to politics back then, but he makes a great point. This is something I did not know until recently. MS and MSNBC is Microsoft. I had no idea that they did a partnership, Microsoft with NBC, to go ahead and start this arm of their media platform. And as you know, MSNBC is left-leaning, and it's very pro-Democrat, very pro-Democrat. Both of these gentlemen have made great points. We already have that in media, social media. You have media companies that lean right or left. They're Republican or Democrat. MSNBC, like the gentleman just said, was everyone up in arms like they are over X? I don't know. I have no idea. Apparently, he doesn't seem to think so because maybe I wasn't paying attention back then. But yeah, this is a great discussion here.
Well, like Fox was
Yeah.
launching, MSNBC was
And it's
launching,
still
the
here.
cable news network was shifting, the landscape
But
was
isn't
shifting.
the issue that the left has gotten so used to controlling almost all institutional information distribution arms in this country that when one little piece of it, whether it's X or MSNBC or anything else, gets taken
No.
away, the panic is so outrageous. I mean, that's how used to the
No,
left is
I
having
think-
control of all of it.
I don't think that that's an accurate assessment when you look at something like Sinclair Broadcasting Group that has purchased most of the local newspapers and local television stations and sends out distributed information that their anchors are supposed to follow for the correspondence. That is a conservative leaning group. I think the difference, though, I'm not siding with Elon Musk at all here. The one thing to point out is that platforms are not regulated right now, which gives them carte blanche to whatever they want right now.
Free speech. I think we should have free speech on social media. So, but this is the thing. X, from all of the platforms that I've done work on, X definitely gives you more room for free speech. Okay, I mean, your account will still be taken down if you go a little too crazy, but compared to other social media platforms, X gives you a little bit more room. They'll give you a little bit more room to say what you got to say because we all got something to say, right? But I haven't found one major social media platform that's just going to let you say whatever the hell you want to say without repercussions. You know, you can say what you want to say, but you know, your account might be taken. So let's get back. Let's get back.
Elon is not someone who likes to be regulated. And
Correct.
so to buy MSN, he would go under some federal regulations.
Who's
I think
regulating CNN right now?
The FCC.
We're not a broadcast. It's cable.
I mean, I don't really think cable stations are under the same regulatory structure
doesn't go over public airwaves.
that broadcast is.
It's definitely regulated more than than Facebook and
There's
Twitter.
still, what she's saying is that there's still a litmus test of journalism that you have to pass. You can't
That you
come on
don't have
TV
on
and just
platforms.
make up things and say things. That happens on X. Please don't give me the eyebrow furrow as if you don't know what I'm talking about. It happens often on X. I can go and say the color is blue and I will be met with so many disrespectful remarks. No one's regulating the N-word. No one's regulating the criticism. No one is regulating how people are
lies.
treated.
How much
or
government
the
regulation
lies.
of the First Amendment are you for?
Let me tell you something. If I came on here and I just started calling you all kind of names, do you think the bosses would let me continue to do that?
I mean, it happens to me occasionally. I don't know if you
well,
watch
it
the
doesn't
show.
happen to you, but it doesn't
It
happen
does
for me.
happen.
And I know that I wouldn't be able to do that. There's a level of professionalism in what we do here because we are journalists and we adhere to something at least morally. And there is no moral compass on this thing called
You're
X.
also having a conversation about a person who has the ear of the White House in a very profound way. And you have had the former president, the president-elect, talking about yanking licenses, right? As part of the broader Republican
If you
argument
disagree.
Yes.
that there is censorship and therefore people need to be punished for that censorship. Chuck?
And I was thinking about what
The propaganda that they push with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to do so many horrific things when he becomes president. Well, let me tell you something. He was president before. The people reelected him. He's back. This is why you guys are losing. This is why people go to social media now for their news. And this is why people have gone away from Democratic-leaning news outlets. It's the same stuff. Always with the jabs, always with the lies. And people are like, you know what? We don't care. We don't care about your lies anymore. We just want the truth. And not only do we want the truth, we want things done. Let's get things done in this country. Let's see if Donald Trump is going to fix the things that we find very important. That's where people are at. We want to know, okay, Is he going to fix the things? You guys are all over him and his picks and Elon Musk and everything else before the man even takes office. And you're upset because people are leaving your networks to go to other places to get their news source. They want to get their news elsewhere. And you guys are mad, throwing a tantrum. Oh, why are they leaving? We're journalists. We're journalists. Apparently, people don't think so. And they do not respect your journalism.
What X, former Twitter, the artist formerly known as Twitter, was like before. And to my sister's point is like when before Elon bought it, good and bad, there was a lot of things there. My wife refuses to go on it. She says it's a cesspool and she's mad that I'm even still on it. She's got more sense than I'll ever have, and I'll tell everybody that. But I know when I open up the platform now, the first tweet I see is Elon Musk, no matter if I like it or if I don't like it.
Yeah.
The very first one all the
Whether
time.
you follow him or not. The other,
So
what? He bought it.
No,
You're making my point.
Right.
Absolutely did.
We're
That's
not
what's happening on
saying he
MSNBC. And he don't like me, so I probably won't be on there no more. So I'm mad.
I also think that Twitter has fake computer
Yeah, it's
generated
bots.
things.
It's
bots.
absolutely.
So it's a little like, well, I don't think anybody. Are you real? Like, can I put? Are you a hologram of yourself? You know, I didn't touch him, everyone. But like, are you a hologram of yourself?
I think part of it is like, I feel like on the one hand, oh, this is really navel-gazing. Should we be talking about it? On the other hand, it was so clear that the movement and shift in tone and ideas of what was happening during the campaigns were very much affected by social media, right? When Kamala
ask
Harris
people in
entered
focus
the
groups
race,
where they get
and
their
it was like
right.
TikTok said she was a thing.
Yeah,
Was it-
TikTok is literally the source of information
Yeah.
for millions of people, and
Everybody
that is
under
very
35.
And
that's very
misinformation.
scary and misinformation. And so, if in fact someone like Elon Musk had any sort of control over an entity, he's not listening to any rules or regulations. People like that,
You
as
think the
you well
TikTok
know,
owners are?
No, it doesn't. Listen to what I'm saying. Elon Musk, if in fact in charge of any actual television station, network, etc., he's only going to listen to his own rules. Case in point, every time the first tweet I see is Elon Musk. If I want to go on that place, it's not being regulated. About 2 years ago, the last line of defense that they had in terms of their morality was someone who quit because he said that he couldn't control his job was to regulate Twitter. He could not control Elon Musk because Elon Musk didn't want it to be regulated. He wanted it to be the world in which it is right now, which is a cesspool, as your wife said. She's a brilliant woman.
She is.
Tell
That's
her I
why
said
married her.
hello.
Thank you, I will.
I think the impulse to restrict speech is a slippery slope, but a dangerous one. More speech is better.
Is it really? Okay.
But do you think?
Got
So
it.
you actually think that X is the place of free speech?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I don't know why you would argue otherwise. Is it not?
Okay.
I think before he took it over, it was not a great place for conservatives, and now it's a great.
So, Carrie, I want to ask you about this idea of media takeover because
See that? As long as they could control the narrative, they're happy. As long as we're believing their lies, they're happy. They want to talk about X is a cesspool, so on and so forth. Look, people are leaving your broadcast. People are leaving your show. People don't want to hear about what you guys have to say anymore. Anything. We don't want to hear about what you have to say. Your misinformation is done. We're done with it, and you're upset about it. We have taken the red pill, and we look elsewhere. We look elsewhere for our news. And if that place is X, maybe you guys should listen to the people. That's the problem. It's the reason why Democrats lost the election. This is the reason why a lot of these mainstream media companies and these media outlets are losing, is because they don't listen to the people. People are tired of the misinformation. They're tired of the lies. We're tired of the lies. Stop lying to us. We're going to go get information somewhere else. We don't want to hear it. We're just going to watch you guys crash out, be upset about it, and we're going to continue to go get our information somewhere else. We're sick and tired of the lies. Done. You guys' ratings are in the toilet. Your viewership is down. It's for a reason. But yet you don't get the message, and you fail to realize that you should be accountable for your own actions. You guys aren't accountable for your actions. You guys are told to push a certain narrative, people have heard it and have heard it for years, and they're done. It's like, okay, you guys aren't talking about anything. You guys are just sitting up here pushing a misinformation. We have real life issues we want to get to and discuss. And you guys over here talking about crazy stuff. This man is Hitler, and he's going to take away this, and he's going to deport all the Latinos. Like, come on, man. Lies after lies after lies after lies. So let's continue going down the path of the crash out here, man. Let's take a look here.
MSNBC gives us
Okay, this is
so
not a
much
crash out.
content on this program. The Morning Joe program is in all sorts of trouble. They've seen some of their lowest ratings since 2021. The lefties are really upset with the hosts, Joe and Mika, for visiting President-elect Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. We've got Elon Musk, meanwhile, teasing the idea of buying MSNBC after its parent company, Comcast, put the network up for sale. Alex, is this a real possibility, or is he just having some fun and games with the MSNBC crew?
Well, I think with Elon, I mean, everything is possible. Anything is absolutely possible with Elon. And when you saw Rachel Maddow crying because of Elon Musk, or, you know, being emotional, and they say maybe that video is edited, it doesn't matter. MSNBC's viewers realize that they can't trust that network. That network called everybody a Nazi for 8 years. They said Kamala Harris was going to win the election. So their audience is just leaving in droves because they feel like they were duped. And that's exactly what happened. So I would love for Elon to buy MSNBC and resurrect it like he made X the best social media network in the world.
Alex, it would be fascinating if Elon Musk does follow through with this threat and actually purchases MSNBC to see if there would be wholesale resignations, where all the hosts like Maddow and Joy Reid and Joe Scarborough would resign on principle, or whether they try to work with him. It would be fascinating. You would grab the popcorn, but the man is pretty busy. He's got a few things to take care of. MSNBC gives us so much content on this program. The Morning Joe program is in all sorts of trouble.
So they just pointed out to you right there, the ratings are down on the Morning Joe show. Viewership. People don't want to hear that garbage anymore. People don't want to hear the misinformation on MSNBC, CNN. And this gentleman here likes the idea of Elon Musk purchasing MSNBC. I do too. I would like to see what he does. Elon Musk is a very successful businessman to me and a lot of people. He has turned Twitter around, and Twitter is on fire. X, the app formerly known as Twitter, is on fire. People love it. We here, number one news source, number one app for news source. I'm here for it, man. I'm here. So I love this, and let's take a look here. This right here was from Donald Trump Jr., man. I think I started something here. The amount of people that want this to happen is incredible. Yeah, I totally agree, man. I totally agree. And let's take a look, man. I put here, do it. That was me. But Kevin Sorbo, this needs to happen. A lot of people agree. 100% want this to happen. Do it from Cat Turd. Elon Musk parody. Should I buy MSNBC? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Elon bought an MSNBC just to troll them. I like that one. Let's take a look. Yes, Mark Cuban says he would buy X and Fox News if he could. $5.7 billion net worth. Free speech. Yes. So we got the Elon right there. Like Elon. I'm ready for it. Either, let's see, MSNBC. I could see Donald Trump Jr. show on the based MSNBC network. Look at this, man. What would Elon's MSNBC look like? I could see Carlson, Rogan, Gutfeld, Trump Jr., Bannon, Kelly, Jones, Levin, and Jennings. Who would you like to see on the Reimagine Network? Definitely Alex Jones, man. Alex Jones and Rogan for sure. And of course, Don Jr., because Don Jr. got this all kicked off. Who should we fire first? Don. Maddow, Joy Reid, both. Yeah, man, people like this idea. They like this idea. People are loving it, man. I want to see MSNBC as it is now go away forever, whether it goes out of business or it gets bought out. I'm happy. We'll go ahead and click that. It would be hilarious to see the expressions on Maddow's face. I love it, man. After all, why not? Why not, man? People are loving this MXNBC. Elon, you got to be thinking about this. MXNBC, I love it. Maybe I can get a show. Maybe I could be one of the faces on MXNBC. B&B, man, for the people, the people's champion, the people's champion. Come on, Elon. We could do it, man. I would love it, man. You could pay me the least. You could pay me the least. You know, a couple million is fine. I love this idea. Look at this, man. Elon Musk has the opportunity to pull off the biggest troll move in American history. Buy MSNBC, rename it InfoWars, hire Alex Jones to host the prime time slot. I love it, man. One of my favorite shows, man. InfoWars, Alex Jones. Look at this here. Rachel Maddow. That's the video I had shown earlier. I love it, man. I love it. Look at Elon. MSNBC. Add to cart. Buy now, man. Buy now. Go ahead and buy it, man. Elon Musk, man. MSNBC. I love it. I love it. Oh, man. It would break the internet. Look. XNBC. Look at this, man. Our host, Valentina Gomez. This meme is dangerous, and apparently it can be leftist burst into tears. I want a job. Yeah, I want a job too. But look at this, man. Look at this. So you have XNBC. So a lot of people want this, right? I think this is a great idea. I'm asking for a job myself. If Elon, if you're interested, man, you can get a low-paid anchor, B&B, Black Man Boating. I'll get my own show on XNBC. I will love it. I will love it, man. You don't got to pay me Alex Jones money, but you know, pay me a little bit. Pay me a little bit, man. But think about this. Elon Musk buys MSNBC, turns into MXNBC or XNBC, and it turns around. The ratings goes through the roof, right? Viewership goes through the roof. That would be the ultimate troll, that he buys it, and not only does he buy it, turns it around and make it a leading news source, like the top. You got X and you got XNBC, number one, number two news sources. Wouldn't that be crazy? I'm all for it, man. Look at Rachel Maddow, man. They're kind of walking off stage. Man, you gotta love this, man. You gotta love it. I love it, man. MXNBC. I love it. Put the B&B show on there, man. Put the B&B show. So there you have it, man. Let's all right. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. MXNBC. You gotta love it, dude.